The pink ladies are back in town, and this time it's personal.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the 3.0 DLX ARCEE. So here we are, and there she is, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Right up front there, we have a lovely image of ARCEE from the Bumblebee movie, Transformers. On this side, we have Autobot symbol. On this side, Autobot symbol. Up top, ARCEE. On the bottom, Bumblebee movie, ARCEE. On the back of the box, we have words, things, stuff. Warning, don't eat anything in this box. That could be very bad for you. Right there. Says it right there. And we open up the flap. We have some more product shots. And in here is the tray where the figure resides. And that is basically it for the packaging. Then moving right along, here we have DLX ARCEE from 3.0, and this is ARCEE as she appeared, albeit briefly, in the Bumblebee movie. And here she is, and as always, a fantastic looking figure here from 3.0. But let's get in close so we can take a look not at those abs, but at the noggin. Whoop, there's the noggin. You see, a good looking face sculpt there. I personally like it. It's a nice pink. You got some light pink, some darker pink there. She still has the her Princess Leia buns. So has that going on. But a nice looking head sculpt there, nicely detailed. On this little headpiece is packed separately in the box. It just tabs right into the side of her head. Right there. And if you have no intention of putting this figure back in the box, you could always just put a little dab of glue there if you don't want it to fall out. But you got that going on. Autobot symbol right there, front and center on the chest. A nice gunmetal gray there for the collar piece. Even some nice molded detail in there as well. Even her neck has some nice molded detail and paintwork going on in there. Again, you can see kind of the little techie stuff going on in there, mechanics and whatnot. Overall, a very nicely done figure. As always, just the paintwork, the detail is always on point with 3.0 figures. And just a nice white and pink paint scheme that is ARCEE. And we got some little spots of silver. A little bit of weathering also. Not a lot. It's not like super noticeable, but there's like a little bit of weathering on her. Not too much. You want to keep her clean, you know. But you can see her toesies there. And her wheel heels, her heelies, her wheelie heelies. And move the back again. You got some nice mold detail back here for the knees, with some bits picked out in gold. Got that ARCEE booty. Again, got kind of some spinal detailing going on there. Got her kind of traditional back pieces here. Again, nicely done. Love the shade of pink they used. Again, you got that nice silver, gunmetal grays in there. Lots of nice detail. Even on the insides, right up top here. Again, very nicely done. Looks absolutely fantastic. Now, as far as articulation goes, what have we got? Well, I'm going to tell you, the head is on a ball joint, so you have your wiggly waggly, and also the base of the neck is on a ball joint, so you have 2 points of wiggly waggliness. She can look up, do total squirrel. She can look down, head can do a full 360. The arms can, of course, rotate. You can get a full 360. The shoulder pad is on its own hinge there, so you can shift that outward to get your outward movements. So you can get out about that far. The base of the shoulder right here is also on a ball joint, so you can see you kind of shift that shoulder up and down as you need to. You do have a butterfly joint in there that can shift forward some. You do have bicep rotation. Now, one cool thing here that they added, you have this piece right here on the forearm. Now, if you notice, if you kind of leave that there, you don't have much elbow bend, but what you're meant to do is take this and just shift it, rotate it back like that, and there's your elbow joints. And now you have over 90 degrees of bend. And then you can just bring it down. If you don't want to see all this, you can just rotate that around and cover that back up. A really nice touch there. You can see it reveals some more detail when you do that. This little piece right here is also on a hinge. You can move that in and out if you want to. The wrists are on a ball joint. So you have rotation, wiggly waggly. As far as the waist goes, you do have an ab crunch going on in there for the upper torso. You do have side-to-side movement as well. You have waist rotation as well. Little hip pieces here. They can shift out of the way, so you can just kind of rotate that up. You can also shift the thigh down, so just pull down on her leg. And you can see you can extend that. That exposes that more. So you can get pretty good range of movement there for legs, forward, back. Unfortunately, not so much as far as you're getting. But outward, she can do the full splits. You got thigh rotation. You have a double jointed knee that works beautifully, and again you can kind of see how things just kind of move in tandem as you use that joint. And even this piece back here, you can see it just kind of pops through that opening as you engage that joint. Very cool. And as far as the feet go, they can move up right there. They can move down. As you can see, you can just kind of pull that down so you can get that extra range of movement. So up, down, you have tilted, you also have rotation. You have a toe joint going on here that can move up and down some. And even the wheel heels can move up and down if you need it to support any posing. By the way, these tires, I believe, are rubber, or a rubber-like material. And you can see even these tires have some weathering to them. Very nice. As far as the back pieces go, these are packed separately in the box. They just peg right in. And these, you can see, you can kind of rotate them up, rotate them down, or you can even swing them in and out. Now, as far as accessories go, what have we got? Well, we got some extra hands. Now, the ones that are pre-installed on the figure when you take them out of the box are just these open, relaxed hands, but you do also get a pair of closed fists. You do also get a pair of weapon holding hands. And again, they all have that nice detail and paintwork going on there. And you also get a pair of your splayed open action hands, the no hands or jazz hands, whatever you want to call them. Action, they're action hands. And of course, we get some weaponry. We get two blasters here. And they're both the exact same mold. You can get in close here and you can see nicely detailed, all done in that gunmetal gray. Looks beautiful, beautiful. And swapping the hands out is pretty simple. You just pop the hand off, pop a hand on, and make sure you just get that nice and popped in. There we go. And Arcee can pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang to her heart's content. And one more accessory we get is an alternate head. And here it is, and it's just, you know, I'm not a fan of this head sculpt. I personally like this one better. This one just looks like, you know, tiny head in a huge helmet. Just, I don't know, just proportionally it doesn't look right to me anyway. But it's a thing you can do if you want to do it. The head just pops off and on via a ball joint. Me personally, I'm going to leave this head on. But hey, options, they're good. And we do also have a light up feature. Now this is the one thing about this figure that I am not happy with, because usually what 3.0 does is they give you an easily accessible button. Usually it's their forehead, you just push on their forehead, the light turns on, and voila. But in this case, in Arcee's case, no, you have to take her head apart to turn on the lights, which is honestly annoying. So you have to pop her head off. Just rip her head off. Take this little bit off also. You have to pop her head off. Come on. Come on, Arcee. Come on. I'm sorry. I know you don't want to have your head ripped off, but I need to for demonstrational purposes. But anyway, you want to pop her head off, and then you need to remove this back panel right here. Just pop that out. Just get in there. Remove this little panel. Then there's a screw in here. I left it out just for the sake of ease. There's a little screw in there you have to undo, and then you can take off the top of her head, which is on there pretty good. And there is the button, and it takes two AG13s or LR44s, which are not included. You have to get those yourself. But then you can push the button, and voila, her eyes light up in blue, and then you have to put her head back together and whatnot. And, you know, it looks good, but it just sucks that you have to take her head apart just to turn on the lights. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. They could have made maybe this part of her forehead, just a little, spring-loaded or something deal, so you could push the button. Yeah, not a fan of that, but, it is what it is. And of course, with every 3-0 figure, you get the base of displayage, which is the same base that comes with every one of these figures. You can see 3-0 logo, Transformers Bumblebee, done in pink, has the adjustable arm. And to attach her to it, you need to remove her butt plate here. So just pop it off. And again, I know this is not something you want to happen, RC, but for demonstrational purposes, it has to. There we go. Pop that off, and there's a screw in her butt. There's a screw in her butt. The jokes just write themselves. Anyway, just plug that in. And again, the problem with including the same display base with every figure is that it is not suitable for every figure. You can see RC is just kind of hovering above the ground here, and you can't lower this any more than this. So, yeah, I mean, great if you're going to do some jumping, attack poses, but if you just want her standing there, that's not going to happen. So I really would like if 3-0 included, size appropriate stands for figures. Like, this stand is great for the bigger figures, but this stand is not good for the smaller figures. So if they included a smaller stand that could accommodate the smaller figures, that would be perfect. But again, it is what it is. So there you have that. And now for comparison. Here she is with the Studio Series Deluxe Bumblebee Movie RC. You can see how that works out. Here she is with the 3-0 Bumblebee. And with the 3-0 Optimus Prime, so you can see how that works out. And if you want a measurement to the top of her head, RC comes in at 8 inches tall. So there you go. So there you have Deluxe RC from 3-0, and as always, a fantastic looking figure here as usual. Detail, paint apps, all of it on point, looks great. Lots of articulation, very poseable. As always, just some good stuff going on here. Now, bad points. I don't like the way the lights work. I don't like that you have to take her head apart to turn on the lights for her eyes. Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. And my gripe with the display stand, please include a smaller display stand to go with smaller figures. Otherwise, it doesn't work and they're just hovering above the ground, and that's no good. But despite those grievances, I still think it's an awesome figure and very happy to add her to the collection. So there you go. Now, if you would like this or any of 3-0's other offerings, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com for availability. There'll be a link in the description down below so you can check that out. You can also check out the 3-0 playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love, Peace, Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the 3-0 Deluxe Bumblebee Movie RC. And this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face.
Ugh, it's no use. We're gonna have to evacuate Cybertron. Everyone to the escape pods.
What's happening?
No, RC, you can put him down. Nobody likes him anyway.
Hey,